Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Javier with The Real Javier Novoa, a channel, a platform, and a modality where we show you how to apply the principles of interiorism to rapid lifestyle transformation. This is basically becoming the headquarters, ladies and gentlemen, the intellectual headquarters of the philosophy of interiorism. And interiorism, the best way that I've contemplated to succinctly describe it is applied non-duality. That's right. We hear many of the spiritual teachings talk about non-duality, and we've talked about it also on this channel, that the fact that reality is at base one, there is no other. It's only consciousness. And the knowledge of that and how to apply that to the game, to Maya, to the dunya, or to the prison grid, or whatever you'd like to call it, this game that we're playing of life. First, it's necessary that you know it's a game. Then it's necessary that you know the main tenets of interiorism, and you actually know how to deduce the rules of interiorism. Because interiorism is basically the user's manual, ladies and gentlemen, to playing this game and winning this game. If you know the principles of interiorism, you cannot lose. We're going to be describing interiorism. We're going to be giving you a solid intellectual foundation, a scientific foundation, a philosophical foundation, and then we're going to really get busy in applying the principles of interiorism to rapid lifestyle transformation, to getting you free from a job and a boss, getting you to the point where you live the life that you want to live and you do what you came to do. But I love receiving your questions, ladies and gentlemen. I love getting your emails. I love the comments on our channel. We have a lot of long-time subscribers on our channel who ask very ingenious and pointed questions. And actually, by asking those questions, it allows me to apply the principles of interiorism, explaining those, and in order to boil down the application of this so that many of us can understand. So thank you so much. Just the other day I got a question on one of the videos that we made on interiorism by one of our subscribers, and we appreciate the question. And it was just a comment on my video, The Key to Everything You Want, Interiorism. And we basically talked about the core tenets of interiorism. If you've not watched that video, I will post a link right here. Please go back and watch that. It's going to help you build upon the foundations that we've already established on this channel. And it's going to give you a roadmap for where we're going to go, how we're growing as a platform. But anyway, the subscriber said, I have a question. As I am practicing meditation/manifestation, and one might take issue with an intermixing of those terms, but we know what the questioner means. And if you are a true meditator, then you're going to be manifesting the things that you want in your life. But there's no real practice of manifestation. And there's no even really, if you look at it, way that you're going to become a better manifester. Why? Because as the being, and as a being in this game, as a personality, you're manifesting constantly. Everything you do is a manifestation. You just think that there's some kind of physical cause. But everything that you've brought into your life is a manifestation. Whether you've gotten a job, whether you've had a home or a car, whether you've manifested a spouse, whether you've manifested any sum of money, everyone is always manifesting. But what we teach you to do in interiorism is to manifest consciously by leveraging those laws that we know of what truly is the operational system, so to speak, of the universe. But she says, as I'm practicing meditation manifestation and then go on my daily life as it is now, is it affecting my subconscious to have my regular interactions as they are at this time, i.e. my mundane job, household chores, chit-chat about work, and so on? I'm not sure if the other option of me talking about the fabulous beach mansion I own and the profitable business I have that no one else can see yet, I don't want my family and coworkers to think I'm off my rocker. So, the first issue is this. It's that, remember, you're a multi-dimensional being. That means that you stand in infinite dimensions. In fact, the entire universe is taking place within you, through you, as you. And all of those desires that you have of the business, of the beautiful mansion, and so on and so forth, are already happening and established, and they can be seen by others too on that film roll. Remember, early on in this channel we developed the concept of film rolls, and we're going to be developing it more as we go further into interiorism. But remember that the universe, within the universe, which really means within you, exist infinite possibilities and potentialities. And all of those potentialities are still until you put your attention upon them. Because it is consciousness, it is focus that brings those potentialities and possibilities into relief and allows them to start moving, start playing like a film roll, if you will, in those old-fashioned movies. But you're on all film rolls, and in fact, if you look at it, we talked about this a few weeks ago. This film roll now has the potential to be in an infinite number of film rolls, with an infinite number of pasts and an infinite number of futures. And we talked about the person walking on the street with a pair of shorts. That person could be a poor person, or he could be a billionaire. The only thing that separates those two is the story that person is telling himself while he's walking down the street. So what does that mean? Well, how can we apply it to this? Well, you are on all of those film rolls simultaneously. Therefore, you're participating and taking part in this film roll cannot detract in any way from the existence that you have on the other film roll. So you're doing your mundane job, as you call it, your chit-chat with friends and family and so on and so forth, does not detract from the fact that you're also on that film roll with the beautiful business in the house and so on and so forth. The key is focus. And what we've spoken about in many videos is the fact that you have to follow the script of the film roll that you're on first. Why? Because if you try to resist the script of the film roll that you're on, you're just getting on a film roll of resistance to a script. And by resisting it, you're assigning it reality and you're assigning it validity. I hope you understand what I'm talking about here just a little bit. So, if you're trying to escape the chit-chat, you're trying to escape the mundane job, then you're giving that a power apart from your interior, apart from the internal happenings and the internal film roll that's really going on, where you have all the power and you are the deciding factor. So, what we always recommend is keep following the script on this film roll as much as it feels good. Then find those little pockets of this film roll in which you can immediately focus your attention and all of your energy on the film roll upon which you want to focus. And then it'll just happen of its own accord, and very soon you will be physically on that film roll. But as we say, and it goes into the whole reason why we're bringing this philosophy of interiorism into relief is, don't look for the manifestation of that film roll. In fact, the very act of trying to manifest a film roll will keep you stuck in that modality of trying to manifest. That's why many people wait years, if not forever, to actually see the development of their desire on the outer. No, what you do is you allow yourself to simply be carried by the momentum of the film roll that you're already physically on, but mentally and interiorly, you're living more and more on that new film roll, And the lack of resistance means that you have all of that energy to focus on the new film roll. And very soon you won't care what's happening exterior to you. You won't even care about the chit-chat. In fact, you'll learn to love it. Why? Because you know that it's simply a projection of the interior. It's a projection of your consciousness, and you can change your consciousness at any moment in which you desire. So, follow the script, as Abraham Hicks says. Allow the momentum of this film roll to just wash over you. Don't resist it. Don't give it a power that it doesn't have. But rather, allow yourself to just simply be carried by the stream, and very soon you'll find yourself out of that. And it'll happen interiorly first, and then, of course, as a natural consequence of that, it'll happen on the outer. Now, another issue that I just wanted to discuss. Never try to tell people about your desires, especially if they're in the early stages, and especially if they're not fully developed. And the reason for this, even Jesus would say, and we had videos about this as well on the channel. We have them. Jesus would always say when he healed someone or when he told someone a great secret, go forth and tell no one. So too with your desires. Go forth and tell no one, especially when they're in that embryonic stage. Why? Because they can be uprooted very easily. If you tell someone about the business that you know that you have, and I know that you have, or you tell someone about that beautiful beach house, someone might say, you're crazy. I see no evidence of that, and you're nowhere close to that. That may affect you emotionally in such a way that you're no longer able to focus on that, as if you've taken your seed out of the ground. Now, there are many people who are established enough in this modality, established in the modality of interiorism, who are now able to talk to anyone about what they want, because why? They know that they know that they know that they have it. It's been established within them. This comes by practice. But right now, for probably the majority of us, the best course of action is to not talk about your desires unless absolutely necessary. Sometimes you can discuss it with your spouse, but we don't even always recommend that. Remember, keep your desires to yourself. Keep them, as Joel Goldsmith talked about, secret and sacred. And just allow that to bloom within yourself. Allow yourself to live on the interior and allow yourself to enjoy that to its fullest extent on the interior, and don't even ask for anything on the exterior. The more you do this, the more you simply start playing games with yourself on the interior, in your imagination, in your speech, and in your focus in general, in your moods, the more you'll realize you don't even need anything to happen on the outer in order for you to feel the fullness of it. I remember Abraham Hicks asked someone to describe a relationship. They were trying to, this questioner was trying to establish a relationship with a significant other, and they could not do it. And Abraham Hicks said, what would it feel like? And they said, I feel complete. I feel fantastic. And they got carried away, and Abraham Hicks helps them to basically get on a rampage of that. And then Abraham Hicks said, look, the fullness of the establishment of that relationship in its full flowering on the physical plane cannot be more than this that you've just attained and created within your own mind, within your interior. You as well, get on these rampages, talk to yourself about it, change your inner conversations, declare it, appropriate it, attain dominion over it, and you'll realize that the interior manifestation is good enough. And the ironic thing is, once you're happy with that interior manifestation, then the outer manifestation comes, something clicks, it can be measured in brain scans. Joe Dispenza has measured these states, these psychological states, on brain scans, and he and his team of scientists can now tell exactly when the person is going to get the healing, when the person is going to get that shift in his or her life by simply looking at the brain scans. Something happens, and that something is a tipping point of your focus when you start to just let go into the focus, you relax into the focus of what you want, and you accept that as being a real, true, and present reality now without anything having to change on the exterior. Remember that. The more you get this, the more you unfold into this, the easier it's going to be, and the more your life is going to take off. And that's why we're teaching this principle. So thanks for the questions. Guys, thank you for subscribing to the channel. We ask you, if you enjoy these videos, if you find value in our material, subscribe to the channel, because we're taking off in a big way. We're going to be teaching the world about interiorism. We're going to be teaching the world on how to apply these principles to getting everything that you want and to living the life that you were designed to live. Thank you so much. I'm also doing coaching calls. I'll put my email in the description. Email me and we will walk through this modality together, and we will figure out ways to get exactly what you want into your life in record time, ladies and gentlemen. So, thanks for watching. We will be seeing you guys very soon. We're making videos about this every single week, numerous videos. So, until very soon, this is Javier with The Real Javier Novoa. Have a great night.